As the chief administrator of the poor, let me tell you what I plan to do as the mayor of the city of New York. The U.S. Census Bureau gave a report in 2023 that the poverty rate in New York City was 18.2%. That's really 1 out of every 5 persons living in New York is living in poverty. And according to the U.S. Census Bureau, this means that 1.5 million New Yorkers live in poverty. In 2022, more than 1.5 million adult New Yorkers and nearly 420 children. So that's nearly 2 million people, men, women, and children, that lives in poverty here in New York City. Well, I want to become the chief administrator of those 2 million people. Now, I will be the mayor of all people. Let's be clear about what we've been clear about. Don't be petty. Don't be stupid. I will be the mayor of all people. But I will be the chief administrator and uplifter of the poor people, nearly 1.9 million people I will lift out of poverty. And let me tell you how I'm going to do it. I'm going to enact legislation within the first week of my being mayor to raise the minimum wage from $15 an hour to $27 per hour. Now, I put together a chart that will demonstrate how that will affect the city of New York and instantly raise people up out of poverty. If you are living on a $15 per hour wage or anything less than that, you're living in poverty. At $15 per hour times 8 hours a day, you're only earning $120 a day. At $120 times 5 days a week, your salary is $600. That's poverty. At 600 times 4, that's 4 times 6 weeks salary is $600. 4 times $600 salary for 4 weeks equals $2,400 per month. Well, a rent for a family is that much and more, twice that much. So what I'm going to do at $2,400 per month, 12 months, you have a total salary of $28,800 salary living in the most expensive city in America, New York City. That will barely pay your rent. You're in poverty. I want to become the chief administrator. And what I'm going to do is raise the minimum wage from $15 an hour to $27 per hour. At 8 hours a day, you'll be earning $216 per day. At $216 times 5 days per week will have you earning $1,080 per week. I will be the chief administrator of the poor. I will enact this legislation. At $1,080 times 4, at $1,080 a week times 4 week means that your income will be $4,320 per month. At $4,320 per month times 12 months, you will have a salary of $51,840 salary per year. The difference between what people now living on minimum wage is earning and what they will do the first week and the first year I become the mayor of New York City will be a total of $23,040 the first year. And that does not include or the increases that will go from $27 an hour to $30 an hour after 6 months and after 9 months, et cetera. You get the idea. So now let's say, for instance, we got rounded off, we got 1 million people. Now there are 2 million people living in poverty right now in New York City. 2 million people living in poverty. What I will do as the chief administrator, now listen to me very carefully. You need to listen to me. Don't be hard-headed. Don't be stubborn. You need to help yourself. Your greatest help right now, no matter who you are, where you are, if you're living anywhere around the edges of living from paycheck to paycheck, that's poverty. Even if you're making $500 a week, if you're living from paycheck to paycheck, even if you're making $3,000 a week, if you're living from paycheck to paycheck, you're in poverty. You need to listen to me. You need to listen to me. You need to listen to me, and you need to follow my instructions as the administrator of the poor. When I become the mayor of the city of New York within the first week, I will enact legislation to raise the minimum wage to $27 per hour. For the 200 people that are living in poverty, they round it off, that would be a total of $40 billion now flowing into the ghettos. A total of $40 billion flowing into Bed-Stuy, flowing into Staten Island, flowing into Fort Greene, flowing into South Jamaica, flowing into South Bronx, flowing into Harlem, flowing into the Lower East Side. $40 billion more to the poor people. And let me be clear. Don't you let the man, the politician that work for the man, talk and say this will close down businesses, it will raise prices. No, it won't. But I'll tell you what it will do, and it will do definitely, it will do decisively. It will say and stop the rich people from taking more money to their bank, but the poor people will take that $40 billion to their bank. Do you know there are people like Warren Buffett and others, and while he did help us out, thank God for what he did, there are people who themselves have more than $40 billion. Just one man Jay-Z got more than, got several $billion. Elon Musk got $440 billion. And the rich just keep taking from the poor, working them their fingers to the bone, working them to the that can't see, and making more money and taking more money to the bank and taking poor people money from the poor people. Well, I'm going after that $40 billion that the rich are putting in their bank accounts, flying over to the French Riviera, buying yachts and private jets, and having 3 and 4 houses in different parts of the world. That money is coming back to the hood. That money is coming back to the people. That money is coming back to the communities where the money is first earned, where the people work their fingers to the bone to make that $40 billion. Well, it's coming back to the people, and the rich can still be rich. They can still be rich. They just won't be $40 billion rich anymore. And year over year over year, you're going to see 4 years of me as mayor of New York City, you're going to see the whole world change. I'm James Edward Manning. Go to Manning for mayor. Don't just listen to this. You got to help yourself no matter where you live. Because what I'm going to do in New York City is going to help you in Pueblo, Colorado. That is right. What I'm going to do here in New York City is going to help you in San Bernardino, California. That is right. What I'm going to do here in New York City is going to help you in Lafayette, Louisiana. That is right. Don't sit there and let the billionaires continue to put more money in their bank and work you harder, no matter where you live. Donate to my campaign. Go to manningformayor.com. That's manningformayor.com. Go to manningformayor.com and start donating. Make your commitment right now to get that $40 billion to the poor people of New York City and around America, because I'm going to travel America campaigning for the poor as the chief administrator of the poor. I'm going to campaign America. Even though I'm the mayor of the city of New York, I'm going to campaign America as the chief administrator of the poor. You go to your website, go to manningformayor.com right now. Don't forbear. You can sit there and don't give. And I won't become the mayor, because I'm not going to the rich people. I'm not going to the billionaires and asking them for help. I'm not going to them. I'm not going to them. But I'm going to ask you, do it, and do it now. Do it now. Do it now. Why will you not do it? Why will you? You can give $100 today. You can give $200 today. You can do it right now. If it means that you're going to earn an extra $20,000 a year plus, and if you and your wife are living from paycheck to paycheck, you giving $100 today and $100 next month will cause your income to go up $100,000 between you and your wife, over $100,000 a year, and all you gave was $2,100. Don't be a fool. Don't work for the man. Don't let the man hoodwink you. Don't let hatred, indifference, racism stop you, no matter what your color, creed, whatever your political belief is. Even if you don't live here in New York, you can donate here in New York. Go to Manning for Mayor right now and make that donation. Don't hesitate. Go now.